morning to all. Myself Ananya Tiwari from Karnataka State Law University. I'm representing as the campus ambassador of the Laws Mission. I got this golden opportunity for making a video and sending you, sir. So thank you for giving this opportunity for me. I just choose the topic in law is law of blasphemy in of media law. If we see the word blasphemy simply says that the defamation on the religious belief. If we intentionally do or harm the sentiments of the people on the particular religion, then this comes under the blasphemy. So as we know, earlier we don't have that much laws and all. Even blasphemy also, earlier in IPC there was no blasphemy and the rule and the laws relating to the blasphemy. Like earlier, before 1927, there was no any laws relating to the blasphemy. But in 1927, there was an amendment in the IPC where section 295A has been added relating to the blasphemy, law of the blasphemy. This section 295A basically focused on the three aspects. We can say that intention. The first one is intention. There must be an intention to harm the religious belief, and the another one is a purpose. How the motive and the purpose. Like there should be a purpose. There should be a motive. The method, how they are interrupting in the religion and how they are harming the religious belief. There must be a method to harm the religious belief. And the third one, most important, is the outcome of the publication. It means how people impact, how it will impact on the people. If we publish something about any religious belief, then that should not be bad impact on the people. People's sentiments should not be harmed. uh, so uh, so if these three, if we put together, so this is an offense. This comes under the criminal offense. And as we know, if we are talking about the IPC, then in IPC all the offenses are the criminal offense. So if these three, what I have told earlier, three aspects relating to the section 295A, that if we put all three together, then it comes under the criminal offense. And for this, there is a punishment, that is imprisonment of the 3 years or fine, or we can say both. On this, I wanna tell one case relating to this. Recent case is that Mate Mahadevi versus State of Karnataka, which has been held in 2017-18, and the Supreme Court has decided in 2018. So in this case, what happened? Mate Mahadevi, she was very nice writer, and she has own publication as Vachana. What she did, she just wrote about the Vishweshwara. In that, she just changed the name, pen name of the Vishweshwara, and she just published this in her publication, Vachana publication. When the people read that, so most of the people against and most of the people protest that they are telling that the sentiments are going to be affected. The state government, what the state government did, state government just imposed the ban on this publication. She filed a PIL in the High Court. High Court also prohibited for the publication, as sentiments of the people is going to be harmed. So again, she reached to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court verdicts the best part is Supreme Court verdicts the High Court decision and prohibit for publication. But she was not prosecuted, as court held that she cannot be prosecuted because she was not having the bad intention to harm the people's sentiment and to harm the religious belief. With this case, we can say that Still, in criminal offenses there must be an intention, as in this blasphemy also there must be an intention to harm the religious belief. So with this I want to conclude that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you.